Welcome to Gardening with James. Learn how to start your own garden, grow your own food, and live a healthier lifestyle. Food can be a medicine for the body, or it can cause high blood pressure or other health issues by not eating right. This show is packed full of tips and information, as well as special guest interviews from around the country, and is designed to make gardening simple, fun, and frugal for the whole family. Call James with your questions and problems now at 734-4321. Now, let's go in the garden with your host, James Ross.
All right, here we go on another great Saturday morning. We're above freezing. Yesterday was, 60, 62, 63, depending on where you're at. Today we're at 37. Next week, we're going to have a couple more of those days where it's going to be 50s and 60s. Still cold at night a little bit. But you know, we're on the backside of winter, and that's the kind of temperatures that we'll probably run into. Hopefully, we won't have any more snowstorms anytime soon or ice, and to kind of interrupt that. But who knows? We're in Kentucky, where you can get 4 seasons all in one day or all in 1 week. So we'll just have to deal with it. But like I said, things are getting better. You know, the temperatures are like I say, they're pretty good. Keep your long johns out and your coat. Don't, because it was 60s yesterday, I didn't see anybody in shorts. But we're going to be all right. Like I say, the temperature's getting better. I looked up the ground temperature this morning. The ground temperature is probably right about 32. So that's pretty good for us. And now, as long as we can stay, say, 32 to 34 degrees in ground temperature, even if it snowed, it wouldn't stick because the ground temperature maybe in the grass or, something like that. So I think we're going to be all right. Let's see here today. We're going to talk a little bit about, because I've had questions on a couple of Facebook page groups that I'm with, and some of those questions were like, I'm a renter, and I want to grow my own food, and how can I do that? Well, if you're a renter, you only have a few options, but those options are good. You can use 5-gallon buckets, and you can, so you're growing your food and everything is going well, but okay, oops, excuse me, somewhere along the line, you may have to move. Okay, well, the great thing about those is that you can pick up those 5-gallon buckets and take them with you. If you have a full-fledged garden, you won't be able to take that with you. If you have raised beds, you won't be able to take that with you. So you'll just be leaving it for the next person. But at least in a 5-gallon bucket, all you need is your potting soil and, the material that you need for that and your seeds. Or if you're just one of those people who don't want to dig up the backyard, for a garden, but you say your back porch is really sunny, or you have a really sunny front yard. Either way it goes, wherever the sun might be, you'll still be able to take 4 or 5 of those 5-gallon buckets and plant just about anything that you want in it. So if you're a renter, like I said, that'd be one easy solution. If you're one of those people who don't want to do a whole lot, or they're just tired of gardening, where you have to dig it up, or you build boxes, or some other method, use 5-gallon buckets or almost any kind of container, as long as you're able to, just take it with you, or if you decide that after one season you don't want to do 5-gallon buckets, find another reason to repurpose those buckets. But either way it goes, it could save you some time and it could save you some money, because those 5-gallon buckets, you might be able to find them in some places for $3-4. Might be able to find some free ones at different places, different stores may be giving them away. You gotta do it, if you see some buckets, just ask them, hey, what y'all gonna do with the buckets? And 9 out of 10 times they'll say, we're not gonna do anything. Well, can I get 3 or 4 of them? And most of the time they'll just give it to you. Like I say, now it's a great time to, hit the thrift stores, Salvation Armies, any of those places that are that you can find the gardening material that you need, or say your shovels and any type of garden tool, your garden hose, your little spades. Because a lot of times, when people get done with them, they'll take them and they'll donate them someplace. So whatever it takes to get a few vegetables, this year to help you out. Because, like I tell most people, unless you do large scale gardening, you're not going to be able to grow enough around your home in order to feed you year round, unless you really go big and get creative to try to do all that. But there are ways that people, even in apartments, can use 5-gallon buckets. Just fill it up, and you're off and running. Plant your seeds, and I think you'll be fine. So that's one of the suggestions that I gave a lady in, I think she's in Philadelphia, something like that, and I had a pretty good response from that. I even provided a link to her where she can go find some of these ideas, and some of these ideas, they're not all mine. I borrowed them from somebody else, but one place that I do find some really great ideas are on Pinterest. You type in gardening, you type in trellis gardening, raised beds, best ideas for whatever type of gardening that you're trying to do, or whatever type of trees that you're trying to plant, bushes and shrubs. There's a lot of great ideas on there, and I go through there often.
Here's the score from the Kentucky News Network. I'm Scott Fitzgerald. Well, it's a big college basketball Saturday in the Commonwealth coming up today.
Oh, sorry about that. It's oh, it's all good. But yeah, so if you go to Pinterest and look it up, Pinterest, I think it's what it is, but I may be wrong. But you go to that website and you type in gardening, and you will find that whatever pops up are some really great ideas. There's some not. For me, I'm not sure I would do some of those ideas, but there are a lot of great ideas out there. And what you do is, just because it's not for you, maybe you can tweak it a little bit to fit whatever type of garden you're trying to grow. So, so that works out really well. And like saying it, and because it's all about trying to save a few dollars. You don't put all your money into something if you're just starting off. Like I told some people, take $50, see what you can do with it. And if that includes, well, I have to buy me a few buckets or whatever, and buy me some soil and get me some seeds. And if you can do that and you do real well in it, next year, if you want, you can maybe, oh, well, I think I can do this now. Okay, then graduate up to a raised bed or in ground. In ground is a piece of work when you're going in ground, because now you got to try to figure out what type of soil that you have in the ground and try to build that up, get it going. So there's a little bit more to that. But say if you go to a raised bed, a small raised bed where you can put maybe 5 or 6 plants in there, and you figure out that you can do well with that. Like I said, then you can still keep your buckets, for the other things that you can't put inside of a medium size raised bed. So you can keep your buckets and just kind of build on that each and every year, instead of going out and spending lots and lots of money to try to figure out what you're doing. Let's see here. I've talked about companion planting over the years, and I encourage everybody who's listening to go online, type in vegetable companion planting chart PDF. And what that'll do is that will bring you up to a page where it have a list of vegetables that you say the asparagus, you plant tomatoes, parsley, and basil with them. Say your beans, you want to put one of their likes is potatoes, carrots, cucumbers, cauliflower, and most vegetables and herbs. But what the beans don't like, say you plant onion, garlic, and chives. You don't want to plant those with your beans because they've got a difference of opinion, and they don't grow real well together. Let's see, carrots. When you plant your carrots, plant it with the peas and lettuce, the chives, onions, leeks, and rosemaries, and sage and tomato. What the carrots don't like is when you plant dill beside it. So this chart is a really great chart that really helps you understand the likes and dislikes of each of the plants. So really pay attention to that. Say if you're planting corn, you want to plant potatoes, peas, beans, cucumbers, pumpkin, or squash. You can plant that with it. And a lot of times what happens is like, say, the pest that you've been having over the years will go away, or they'll find someplace else to go, because when you companion plant, like I said, that brings in the good bugs that attack the bad bugs that stays off your plants. And that way you don't have to worry about buying pesticides. I'll tell you what, let me get my break out the way, and I'll be right back.
Big deals. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hi, Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with Big Deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
Perryville Furniture is Central Kentucky's favorite source for home furnishing. We offer big city selection at small town prices. Perryville has the area's largest selection of name brands at outlet prices. Select from our large inventory of quality dining room, living room, and bedroom options to ensure your home is a source for relaxation. Tables, bedding, sofas, all start under $1,000. Perryville Furniture, your hometown source for great selection and service, online at perryvillefurniture.com. perryvillefurniture.com.
Why do more people go to the old bus station restaurant in Harrodsburg? Maybe it's the good service and pricing, or homemade ice cream, or the fresh veggies and sides, or the best burgers in Harrodsburg, like the Titan Burger or the Bulldog Burger, or the outdoor seating, or old-time ambiance inside. No matter what the reason, it all adds up to a unique dining experience at the old bus station restaurant in Harrodsburg on South Greenville Street. Open Monday through Thursday, 7 to 2, 7 to 8 on Friday, 8 to 2 Saturday, and 11 to 2 on Sunday.
Hi folks, Mike Gay here. If you're looking for a new opportunity with a company that's growing, then we're looking for you. Megan in Danville is investing $90 million in expanding our facilities, and we need talent. Assemblers, furnace operators, material handlers, CNC machinists, and subassembly operators, we have a spot for you. Come check us out online at www.megit.com/careers. That's megit.com/careers. Megit, where we enable you to become extraordinary.
This is Goldie Goldsmith McNary, inviting you to join me each week for What's Happening Goldie, a talk show that features interesting people about interesting things. We'll learn how to stay healthy and keep fit, and we'll explore the world of entertainment. So join me for What's Happening Goldie.
What's Happening Goldie every Wednesday at 10:05 a.m. and Saturday at 8:30 a.m. on WHBN 1420 a.m. and 99.5 FM.
The WHBN weather forecast is brought to you by Coel Collision Center in Danville on Lebanon Road. After a wreck, tell the tow truck driver to take your vehicle to the experts. Coel Collision Center.
Colder and mostly cloudy today, a 20% chance of some snow showers, highs in the upper 30s. Partly cloudy tonight, low around 19. Partly cloudy tomorrow, highs in the low 30s. Partly cloudy Sunday night, 20% chance of some snow showers and a low around 14.
Welcome back to Gardening with James. If you have questions, feel free to call the station or email spreadingcompost@gmail.com.
All right, and we're back. We're back in the garden. Like I say, it's about 35 degrees out today, but, not too bad. Yesterday was a little different, warmer. Made me take one jacket off yesterday, and the wind was blowing really hard, so it's pretty windy. So, but we've made it through another day, and like I said, we're starting off with 37. So, continue to wear those nice warm clothes when you go out, because I think that's about the half of the day. As I was talking about earlier, for people who rent or don't want big gardens anymore, like I say, just break it down to where you can keep your favorite tomatoes or whatever it might be, or herbs, for your kitchen gardens and things like that. And I did want to mention that when you can look up, when you look up companion planting, you'll probably see another page that will say it has a combination of companion planting, and this one is of kitchen herbs. And like I said, because the kitchen herbs, like I said, that's what's going to keep the bugs away. That's just like they say, bee balm is companion to tomatoes, improves growth, and it also takes care of the flavor. If you use catnip, you can plant it around the borders to deter flea beetles. Chives, it's a companion to carrots. It improves growth and flavor. Dill, companion is, you put that with your cabbage, and it also says that garlic, if you plant that near your roses, your raspberries, that helps deter Japanese beetles, improves the growth. By using a combination of flowers and herbs in your garden, will, like I say, definitely cut down on pesticides. Because, like I say, because you have the good guys, they're being drawn to your garden. The bad guys, they come there and they're attacked, they're run off, and you will have pretty good success with that. Compared to not having any type of protection of your plants, besides spraying it for whatever bug or beetle that's eating on it. There's a herb or there's a flower out there, and with the combination of the two, and if you plant it with the companion, your tomatoes, like say the tomato worm and beetles and the flea beetles and the catnip and those type of herbs, your marigolds and your mints. So what you want to do is you want to team up, with your vegetable garden, and put some type of attack plan in early in the season. So this way your garden will be, pretty successful. So look that up. Like I say, companion planting, vegetable garden companion planting, and look up the other one, companion planting for herbs, because the herbs and your vegetables, they'll go together. And with other flowers, like I say, it will definitely cut down on how many pests that you have, and you'll be able to get more out of your garden. One lady that I was talking to, online, she said she did that 2 years ago, and she didn't have any bugs, but that's not guaranteed. You still may have some that get through and get to eat something, but she said, her garden was pest-free last year. She didn't have to spray anything, so that saves you money, because now you don't have to go somewhere and buy a pesticide for one bug, because it's not a pesticide for all bugs. They have, and the other thing about pesticides, it will kill the good bugs. So you don't want to do that. So that's just some of the tips that I've been learning, and I'm trying to pass that on so this way folks will have opportunity to try it out. Go small, learn how to do those small things. Then the following year, you can add to it, or you can say, "Well, I'm not doing it. I'll just go to the store and buy it." But before I forget, because I have 2 tickets to give away to Whisker Theater over there at Center College, Matthew Whitaker. If you want these 2 tickets, you can give me a call, 734-4321. I'll be happy to pass these tickets on to you. I heard him on WHBN with Rick, the youngster. He's a young Stevie Wonder, plays a lot of great music. Like I say, look him up on YouTube. He has some really good music, for relaxing. So if you want to go out and relax, take your wife or your girlfriend on a date tonight, give us a call, 734-4321, and I'll be happy to put your name on these tickets, and you can go tonight. I think it's at 8 o'clock. You'll be sitting row B, seat 29 and 30, which are really good seats. So give me a call if you want those tickets. Well, my time is about up. But, but when it comes to companion planning, really look into that. And it's not real difficult. We don't need a college education to be able to read through that and figure out what it's saying, because it's pretty plain, pretty simple. And, we need those kind of languages for everyday people like us, instead of all the technical words that nobody uses except those people who are highly educated. But we're just everyday people trying to learn how to, learn how to grow a few vegetables, trying to keep some fresh food on the table, and the price of food in the store now is really high. Well, my time is up. I gotta go. Talk to you later.
Thank you for listening to Gardening with James, Saturday mornings on WHBN 99.5 FM, and Tuesdays and Thursdays garden tips on WHIR FM 103.9. If your needs have been met, share it with someone. It will come back tenfold.